Do you know how many groups have been created around the world through survival-style music shows over the last couple of years? Honestly, neither do I. If we tried counting every project from Japan to the USA, it would probably take forever. But today I want to talk about a brand new girl group called Manifest, formed through the first season of the Turkish survival show Big Five Turkey, created by the company Hypers. The company describes itself as a next-generation media company, and they already have several artists in their catalog. For the contestants who passed the first stage, the company organized an intense training camp. 15 participants received training in vocals, dance, stage performance, and teamwork. 12 contestants made it to the final stage of the competition. During the finale, the contestants performed 3 different stages, and after those performances, 6 girls were selected to form a completely new Turkish girl group. Contestants for Season 2 are currently training under the same system, and another group is expected to debut in 2027. Manifest consists of 6 members: Mina, Lydia, Esin, Hilal, Zeynep, Sude, and Sueda. The members are between 20 and 24 years old. What makes the group interesting is how diverse the members are while still sharing the same ambitions. Most of them are university students or recent graduates balancing studies in psychology, engineering, and design with a long-term passion for dance and performing. Their influences range from Hepsi, often considered Turkey's first major girl group from the early 2000s, all the way to Lisa from Blackpink. And while female artists in Turkey have traditionally been solo performers, Manifest is trying to create something that Turkish girl groups have rarely attempted before. Their debut single was released in February last year and already surpassed 54 million streams on Spotify alone. That's an enormous number for such a young group. Their music blends Turkish folk influences with hip-hop rhythms, while the choreography references both K-pop and Istanbul's underground dance scene. After releasing their debut single, the group followed it up with several more tracks before eventually releasing their first full-length album, Manifestival, featuring 11 songs. The most streamed song from that album right now is Snap. The album mixes English and Turkish lyrics effortlessly, combining different cultures and soundscapes while exploring themes like identity, freedom, resilience, and feminine strength. A few other tracks from that album that I personally want to highlight are Manifest and Zehir. Last year, the group also managed to hold their very first concert. Demand was so high that organizers had to add 2 additional shows, and all tickets completely sold out. Fans praised the concert for both the choreography and the live vocals. One of the invited guests was Aidit, another contestant from the survival show who didn't make the final lineup but still launched a solo career afterward. But the concert became memorable for another reason too, and not exactly a positive one. Following the performance, criminal cases were reportedly opened against all 6 members over accusations of indecent behavior on stage. According to local reports, the members were sentenced to 3 months in prison. Situations like this are unfortunately not entirely new in Turkey, especially involving female performers. The situation reminded me of another controversy involving Dalla from Malaysia. In their case, things didn't escalate as far, but the group faced criticism and eventually had to remove the music video for their song Question. There's already a separate video on the channel about how Dalla was formed and the kind of music they make. Manifest kept moving forward. Their latest release came out in May 2026 and is called Hilali. Before that, they released the song, which reached #1 among new global releases. When you look at everything that has already happened in just a year and a half, it's kinda wild. They already have a full album, multiple successful singles, a huge scandal, impressive streaming numbers, sold-out concerts, and an extremely active fan base. At this point, all that's left is to watch how their career develops and how long it takes before major international festival organizers start noticing them. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if within the next 2 years they end up appearing in the lineup of major summer festivals around the world, especially if they continue selling out concerts outside Turkey and release another strong album. Hypers didn't create this group and this survival show format randomly. Just like many countries across Asia right now, Turkey is trying to create its own answer to the K-pop industry by combining modern pop production with the cultural DNA of the country itself. And that's exactly why groups like Manifest are so interesting right now. They're adapting them to Turkish culture, Turkish visuals, Turkish music traditions, and Turkish audiences while still making the sound accessible to global listeners. Over the last few years, we've already seen similar movements happening in other countries. P-pop in the Philippines is growing incredibly fast. T-pop in Thailand keeps gaining international attention. India also recently introduced a new girl group for the first time in nearly 20 years. And now Turkey is entering that trend too. So to continue this topic, I recommend checking out the video at this link about the Thai groups Pixie and Forev. And at this link, I talk about the Indian girl group Wish.